Hello guys, today I will show you how to connect your Java application to MySQL database. In order to do that, I'm gonna use this tutorial. I will provide you the link later. It is janko.com, and in this tutorial there's a beautiful code snippet which I'm gonna use to connect to MySQL database. In this snippet, as you might see, it is used to connect to H2 database, but we're gonna adjust this code snippet to connect to MySQL database. So in order to do that, I will create a new Maven project very quick. JDBC example. Okay, finish. New window. In source, in main, Java. Create a new package. BE integ Brussels. Okay, and I create a new class JDBC example. JDBC example. Okay, let's copy this code. Yep, let's import this import class JavaSQL, import DriverManager, import class statement, result set, SQL exception. Wow, there are red lines, so we're gonna solve it very quick. So let's run this code. Let's see what happens. Let's see what compiler says. Release Java version 5 not supported. Well, if we don't know what this problem comes from, the quickest way is to Google it. So let's see what Google offers to us. Well, Stack Overflow is very useful. I'm using IntelliJ blah blah blah, the same error. So let's look up the solutions. It offers to update POM XML file. Yeah, I think I added the following code and it solved my problem. So I will do the same. I will open my POM XML file. And copy this code snippet, and I will update Maven. Wow, that worked. So I think we will not see the same error again. Yeah, that's cool. So we have another exception here, class not found exception, which is normal because we don't have any H2 driver, and we don't need this as well. What we need is MySQL driver. So what is that class for name? Well, we write this to trigger class loader mechanism to load the related database driver. Actually, it is not required if you use the newer version from version 6, I think, but we are gonna use it anyway. It can stay there. So I will update this. So afterwards we're gonna use a database specific URL we're gonna find it, we're gonna Google it, and we will use username and password. Later we're gonna create a connection, database connection. From the connection we are gonna create a statement, then we will write our SQL query, we will execute this query, then we will assign the result to the variables. Later we can print them on the terminal as well. Okay, let's do this. Let's first find out MySQL driver. MySQL driver, JDBC driver. It is the official website of MySQL. So there are different options. I'm gonna choose the platform independent version. I will download the second one, platform independent, architecture independent, zip archive. But in order to download faster, you can use your Oracle, if you have Oracle account. I download it. I will copy to my project folder. It's not a must, but you can copy wherever you want. Where is my Maven folder? Yeah, JDBC example. Okay, I copy here, I open it. Here it is. I don't need this anymore. I will send this to trash. So in this driver there's a jar file. So in order to use this driver, I should add this jar file to the class path. So let's do this with the help of IntelliJ. I open file, I open project structure, I open libraries, I click the plus icon, and I select the jar file that I downloaded. I click OK, I apply, I click OK, and I will run the main again. Of course I see the same exception because I haven't changed this driver name. So let's find out what I can write here. So I will ask Google again. MySQL JDBC driver example. Connecting MySQL using JDBC driver. It redirects me to MySQL tutorial as well. So I will make it bigger so that you can see. Yeah, we can use this string to connect to driver. Now we need a database specific URL. So let's look for that. DriverManager connection. Yeah, it looks like what I'm looking for. I will copy this. Okay, I will type my username. I don't want to type my password here. I would like to make another class here very quick. Environment variable, public static final string password is equal to, and I will write this in my other window. My passwords. I'm typing my password in the other window so that it's not exposed to internet. Yes, I typed correctly. I can continue. So I call my class password. So I think we have so far so good. We have made the initial requirements. Now it's time to make the connection. As you might know, we are using this connection in the parentheses because we don't need to close it later. We create the resources in try blocks in the parentheses. If we do that, I mean if we don't open this in the code blocks but instead in the parentheses, we don't need to close these resources, so it saves time and code. So I would like to write my table name here in order to read from that. I don't have a people table, so I have to adjust it. Let's open the terminal. I have a path table, so I would like to write path instead of people, and I would like to update this with the information that's written in my table. As you know, this came from the example in Janko website. So I have name, I have owner, I have species, sex, birth, and death. Well, actually, I remember that I have done this before, so I would like to copy and paste because I don't want to take your time. So that's more logic. I will copy and paste this. So these are the names of the columns in the database. As you might see, these are the names of the fields, and I assign every field to a variable. Then I print these variables on the terminal. So let's see what happens. I run the program and I have another error. Loading class MySQL JDBC driver is deprecated. Use this instead. So I will apply this. Let's run again. I have another problem. Access denied, user root localhost using password. Yes. There's a problem. I think I have to check my password. Yeah, there's a typo in the password, sorry. I run it again. Voila. We can read our database, our table from the database from our Java application. Let's control this. I connected MySQL from my terminal. Let's run the same query here. Select from path. Well, it's same. So we are reading from the database. We can also update the database. We can add something. So I would like to show you this as well. As I will copy and paste the code snippet that I previously made. Here it is. I defined an SQL insertion here. These are the 4 fields I'm gonna use. Actually it's 6, but I would like to assign the birth and death null values. The name of the cat is Sweet. The owner is Annie. It's a cat and it's female. So let's write this, run this. Well, as you can see, Annie is on my database. Let's check our database again. As you can see, the new field is added to the database. So that's all from my side. We have made a straightforward connection from Java application to MySQL database. We have made a little bit debugging, a little bit research for the driver, for the connection string, and we made an insertion to database and we read from the database. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.